My first time having camel milk from a Mongolian camel.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Last time, on our cross-country Mongolian road trip, I got a little too friendly with some camels.
I regret this.
Now, for our final mission, we're heading even deeper into the Gobi Desert in search of this. Here you'll find a 62-year-old woman cooking up sheep into some of Asia's strangest culinary creations.
That's a bird.
Something called white bird.
It's been sewn shut with a thread made from camel hair. What century am I in? This is amazing.
And a sheep's head cooked in its own stomach.
How epic is this?
I've never seen anything like this at all. It's made its own stock.
Andrew and I are going all in
How did I get stuck with another one of these tasks?
with our last attempt to adopt the nomad lifestyle. But first,
How do they do this?
we're gonna need a sheep.
What, do they drug them? Here's what's up. The animals don't love when you get that close to them. There is a lot of goats before you even get to the sheep. Here's the other problem. Once they start moving, they all have this hive mind thing where they're like, well, we should all start moving. I'm gonna go slow at first, and then I'm gonna freaking run.
There's no way Sonny's good at this. Sonny's a big dude. I feel like to get in amongst the sheep, you know, you kind of want to...
This is not good, this is not good, not good.
Oh, there's no... What are you doing, you moron? Oh, this is the worst idea ever. Oh, man. We're gonna be here all day.
This humble nomad settlement boasts several hundred heads of sheep and goats herded and taken care of by this woman, Miss Nurgui. She lives here alone, but today, two of her childhood friends are stopping by to help with today's meal. Andrew and I are gonna help too.
That didn't work at all.
All right, look at this. He's already gassed out. What are you doing?
Those sheep suck.
That was like a 200-meter sprint. Come on, Sunnyside.
I got an idea. There's a pen here. I bet I could scare them into the pen and grab one.
I've been instructed by Miss Nurgui to only retrieve a pure white sheep.
Doors closed.
As I sort of predicted, it's a pretty dumb idea to try and just chase down some sheep.
You got nowhere to run now.
The strategy here seems pretty obvious to me. Like, get him in a corner, chill up. Oh, great. He's going for the speed move again. This isn't going to work out.
Son of a... How do they do this?
I don't know what he's thinking. He's sort of swiping at him just randomly. Oh my God, they're escaping.
Oh no, they're getting out the door.
Oh no.
Andrew, stop him, stop
Oh
him.
no. Sonny has clearly botched this. Oh my Lord, I've got to even help him with this. Oh my Lord.
Yes!
It looks like Sonny's finally caught a sheep.
I didn't really exactly get to choose. Whichever one just kind of ran into my arms is the one I got. Thank you.
To be honest, not all that impressive. We've been out here for a while, but we got the sheep.
Considering I've collected the wrong sheep, Iba steps in to help. Hopefully, seeing a local struggle will make you realize just how difficult a task this is.
Oh, he's got
Cooking efficiency here means boiling every dish together in one pot. That includes chunks of liver, heart, and lung. For lunch, highly prized organ meats transformed into something new. First, a quick bite for insatiable appetites. The liver, to preserve its texture, it's par cooked, medium raw.
Oh, dude.
That liver,
It's really good.
maybe that's the way to eat liver.
Not that rich.
Maybe, I put maybe. I think most people overcook liver, so it gets chalky and it's like an egg yolk and it dries your mouth out. But this is really soft.
I just kind of love that it's like the side snack whilst you're doing the organ.
This is the reward. I mean, nobody really wants to have to squeeze all the poop out of the organs, but if you have to, you might as well be rewarded with a little bit of half raw liver.
With our amuse-bouche complete, the real cooking can begin. The star of the dinner table, blood sausage. Mix fresh sheep's blood with flour, a bit of salt, and wild chives, a staple herb found every few steps in the Gobi Desert. This curious blend will soon harden inside the sheep's intestine, which will serve as our sausage casing. Tie it shut, then let it join the master pot, sharing the simmering sheep pot and eclectic meaty mix. When cooking is complete, the organs are removed, and this bold stock joins white rice to make a countryside Mongolian porridge.
When is the last time you had a meal like this?
Quite often, once in a week.
Oh, wow.
I love hearing that because we've met so many people so far who are like, we'll slaughter one camel a year and then dry the meat. But here, she's eating the good stuff every week, all the time.
This is the blood sausage.
This also has blood in it.
Yes.
Different size. Medium, large.
Different vessels. Interesting. She like slices the casing open. It is cool to the touch. I gotta say, I'm impressed. The blood has become kind of a paste inside. Like it's infused with some of the fat.
It doesn't look appetizing at all, but if that's what the rest of this is like, I think we're looking good.
We're looking good. Should we try some of this? This is the porridge. We have the stock from the sheep and then a bunch of kind of overcooked rice. Should be real soft. Manageable.
Pretty neutral.
I love it.
You love it?
Yeah, I love
It is so rich and fatty though, huh? So now we have a bigger stomach inside, the same blood. Oh, look at this. There's a fat in there too.
Other than the texture being different, quite similar to the white blood sausage from the horse.
Oh, I completely disagree. To me, that was more eggy and more like tofu.
That's a good point, actually.
Very nice. Did you see, I'm curious if you saw me earlier, I actually caught a sheep.
どっちがわかって?
I thought I was fast. I also thought they were slow, and I was wrong on both counts. But what's the right method for catching sheep?
First put them in the fence,
Smart.
Then what?
then just grab.
Oh, then just grab.
Yeah.
I didn't think to do that.
Did you see me grabbing?
That.
So she has moved here for 5 years now. Before that, she was living 50 kilometers away from here.
Oh,
Wow.
Daily life here means a mix of new challenges and mundane routines. Each day, she moves the herd to better grazing lands. In the evening, she retrieves them and guides them home.
She has 4 kids, all married and went out with their new families, and she's now alone.
if you're alone here, how are you able to tend for all of these sheep?
She's been doing it her entire life. It's just like how you guys work your regular job.
In the past, what would they have been using? Without a motorcycle, what would she be on top of?
Horse and camel.
Really?
Cool.
Her income depends on selling livestock, but also milk, fur, wool, leather, meat, and handicrafts, all supplied to the nearest large town, which isn't that large. She's also won competitions for her ability to braid camel hair, twisting it into rope in seconds flat.
Oh, there is one more thing we have to try actually.
This is the butthole.
Do you see the butthole? I think he said the butthole.
This part is butthole, but this part is...
Right, like the rectum.
But I don't know, what do you call this?
Yeah, I call it a rectum.
Stuffed with meat.
That's fantastic. I mean, there's never been meat in this rectum before. Can you slice a piece for Andrew that's really close to like the whole part?
They don't actually eat that part.
Oh, all right. So, you know, that's the penis. Do they even eat this?
Yeah, you can eat it.
Oh. Right here, we have part of the large intestine that's been stuffed with.
Different meat.
And then here we have a piece of the penis. Let's try this sausage first, Andrew.
Wow, it smells
Super chewy.
much more meaty. I would eat the blood sausage over that any day.
That's just to lead us up to this right here, the penis. It's like cartilage.
Totally flavorless. It's just about that texture.
I kind of like the texture, to be honest.
Yeah.
This is fantastic. We came here today because we want to see more of your lifestyle, but beyond that, we want to see one of the most unique foods that exists here in Mongolia.
The main dish is white bird, but it's not actually a bird, it's a sheep tail. The second one is a sheep head cooked in the sheep's stomach.
Fantastic. Andrew, we've had a lot of animosity during this trip. I have to do this task, you have to do that task, sending the other person to do something they don't want to do. But how about today? We split it up. We're both going to cook. We're going to make some cool-ass nomad food.
Sounds good.
Let's do it. Mongolia is a land of very creative, efficient cooking. They don't always need pots and pans. You saw in our first episode, they cooked the goat inside the goat. They use the goat as its own cooking vessel. Well, we're kind of doing something like that today with the tail from the sheep.
Oh my God, it smells really, really bad.
What they're gonna do here later on is mince a bunch of meat and use the tail as the cooking vessel. Like, how could the food here get any more heavy?
We're gonna be eating this sheep's head, and they eat it in a very fascinating way. They're gonna get this sheep's head, they're gonna place it inside the sheep's stomach, and that's how we're gonna cook it. It looks like some kind of horror movie.
They're gonna char the outside, but there's no point in charring all this extra hair.
So now look, shaving the sheep head. We're just scraping off all of that outer hair.
I'm excited because it's amazing you can go around the world and 100 different cultures will have 100 different ways to cook a sheep. This is something like I've never seen before. I can't wait to see how this finally turns out in the end.
After the fur's been removed, she delicately fillets the tail, fashioning into a vessel awaiting its fillings, minced mutton, and a touch of tail fat. Blend with salt water, then place it inside the tail before sewing it shut completely. This bizarre-looking edible coin purse is a perfect symbol for Mongolian cooking. Pragmatic, yet delicious. At least, that's what they say. Before it can hit the table, it must be torched, singeing its hairs off clean.
This is a pouch, a bag. It's like when you do sous vide. We're doing a sous vide inside of a butt. I mean, sorry, a tail.
All right, guys, what we have here is a freshly shaved sheep's head and a stomach. I've been told that we first have to cut this sheep's head in half, and then we see what happens.
It's been sewn shut with a thread made from camel hair. What century am I in? This is amazing. Here's what I don't understand. This whole thing is the tail, and this tail actually even has a tail.
Is that right? It's kind of like I'm making a sheep version of the Joker. And now we're gonna rip it? Just break it in half. Oh my God. Dude, how did I get stuck with another one of these tasks? What is Sonny doing?
Boing. It's so funny to me. I don't want to laugh so hard.
Oh my Lord, I never thought it would be so hard. I sort of want to break it over my knee. Oh, there we go. You know, it's funny, the stomach's been inverted. The inside of the stomach, now the outside, not sure why. Mixing in salt with the water, stretch out this sheep stomach. So this is camel hair string, round multiple times. Oh, dude. All right. I think we're done. So now that we've successfully placed the sheep's head inside its own stomach, the next step is
To boil. It's gonna boil for a long time. When it's finished, we're gonna cut it open and see the final result. All right, Andrew, what do you got cooking here?
oh, you know, a nice boiled sheep head inside its own stomach.
I mean, you can't just boil a sheep head.
Why not?
Because you have to put it in the stomach first.
Oh, yeah. I mean, good point. Oh, what's in that?
An absolute delicacy. They stuff the meat in the fat, they sew it up, and it looks vaguely like a bird.
Actually sounds pretty good.
These require a long time to cook. I think it's gonna be a couple more hours, but man, it's gonna be worth it.
It's gonna be worth it?
I mean, I assume it just seems like a nice thing to say.
Yeah, I can't wait.
You know, before we start this is called Patron.
Oh, wow.
Do you drink? Because I don't want people are gonna watch this and think, oh, you turned her into an alcoholic. Do you drink here and there?
하얗다
화이팅!
Can we say cheers in the traditional way?
마이리사.
Balisa.
Oh, she beat that down, dude.
Do you want more? All right, hold on. I'm ready. Let's start with this right here. This is the one that I helped with. How long ago do you think this was invented?
She's guessing might be after 1990s.
Oh, dude, that is a lot of fat.
When she was a kid, it wasn't a common dish. And then later on, it became more popular and popular. And it adapted the name Gobi whitebird.
Oh, thank you. Let's try it out.
Oh my God.
Pure fat, dude.
That is so smooth and not tough at all.
That is oily. That is gonna shoot straight through me.
Right.
You know, in the US, we'd be like, oh, don't eat too much fat. You're gonna get fat. It's so many calories. Does that thinking exist for any types of foods here?
No,
Not
it
like,
doesn't. It doesn't. Mix it with the meat.
Oh my God, that is great.
I'm digging it.
Is that muttony to you at all?
It's so meaty. There's just robust, big, bold, heavy food. It's really remarkable. I'm curious if she feels like over the years with newer generations, are some of the traditions fading?
어떤 하루 에리긴 쓰레기지 역시 그랬어.
From her experience and point of view, at some point it seemed like Mongolia is losing its tradition. But lately, Mongolian tradition is coming back. For example, the traditional costume she's wearing, it's been almost forgotten after like the 1990s. Now it's been coming back. A youth generation is wearing it proudly.
Sort of exactly what struck me when we've seen this country, especially at the fair. It's the young people and the old, and it's the men and the women, and it's one of the first things you notice.
And the men look freaking epic, like warriors. Andrew, this is a beautiful food that you assisted with. I'm assuming you just sat next to people and explained what they were doing.
I ripped that head in half with my bare hand.
Really?
Really?
Were you there?
No, she wasn't there.
Oh, okay, so it's just folklore.
This is ridiculous. She's laughing at me.
She doesn't believe you. Here's what I'm really curious about. Why put the head in the stomach before cooking it?
Keeping the juice inside the head.
Oh, I see. So she's got a bowl here to pour out all that head juice.
Oh my God. It's made its own stock. It's a sheep head stock.
Take it.
Yeah.
Wow, it's very intense flavor, a bit animal-y, but it is like collagen, consistency of a bone broth.
Oh, that is strong, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a really, really concentrated gradient.
Revealing both parts of the head. All of this should be edible. It's just gonna be a matter of what is she gonna hand to us, because that is a game of Mongolian roulette. Interesting, so she slices the tip of the nose.
It's a traditional way of cutting the head.
It's so specific and so detailed.
It is. We have a lot of traditions that we just can't explain.
Right, exactly. It just goes so far back, further back than anyone can remember. Oh, she's peeling back the cheek meat and it comes off pretty easily. It's some of the best meat. It's very underrated. Boom, separates the ear from the cheek. Now she's ripping the bottom jaw apart.
It really kind of is like you're skinning the animal.
Right here, that is how you fillet the lower jawbone of a sheep. Nothing left. And now she's slicing the tongue.
거의 뭐.
She's saying this is the best meat.
Tongue is very nice. Let's go for it.
Dude, what the hell?
Very good.
That's great.
Usually it's stewed so long that it becomes soft like a pate, but this is a little more like gummy. This is a cheek meat, one of the most renowned meats of any head. Does that, wait, what?
Chewy.
Chewy in a good way, like dense, almost like how a heart is dense. I don't even know what that is.
Here.
Oh, that's crunchy.
That's good. Oh, this is like the inside.
It's unbelievably good. I also just can't believe how non-muttony this head is.
Dude, I love this. We tried a lot of the meat around the face, the tongue, the cheeks, but here, whoa, can knifing out one of the eyeballs, dude. She takes the whole ball and cuts around it. You're not actually eating the ball of the eye. You're just eating the surrounding tissue. It shouldn't be that bad.
Oh, it's kind of chewy.
It's chewy like raw squid.
Even tastes like squid.
You just keep chewing and chewing and nothing's happening. Eventually, you just gotta swallow it out of boredom. Oh, wow, that was all one piece.
Oh, wow.
She got it. That is the juicy, jiggly brain. Still warm, in fact. All right. Oh my God. Yes. Oh, good. Yes, I wanted more. Thank you.
Oh, it's like the
Rich.
marrow.
Bone marrow? Yeah, kind of. I mean, it's very livery, crazy rich, and just kind of sticky, like it coats the inside of your mouth while you're eating it. You've lived a very full life. You lived in many places throughout Mongolia. You have 4 children who are all grown now with families of their own. And I'm wondering, when you look back on your life, is there anything you wish you would have done differently?
За малчин хүн дэс нэг олон янзын төр.
Mongolian herders doesn't have time to think about that. The only thing that could have changed if she had a power is the weather.
Right, right.
That's it.
Of course.
Mongolia usually have really harsh winter. A lot of herders lost their animals in the harsh winter. As a herder, whenever the herd doesn't have enough food, she feels down. But throughout her life, she never lost a single animal in the harsh winter because she moved around a lot to find the best place to keep the animals safe. She's been moving all her entire life and she's proud of it, and that's the secret of living as a nomad.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
자, 맛있고 있어.
Баярлалаа.
맛있어.
맛있어.
Best Ever Food Review Show is a small team of independent creators, and everything we do here works because of you guys. Click the link in our description to join our Patreon and receive exclusive benefits. A piece.
It's so creepy, but it's good, I promise.
Энийг эр хүн идэд.
It's for women only.
Yeah. She knows when people are talking shit, and she loves it. So far, we've seen a lot of. God, I should have thought of something to say. When I smelled it, it was slightly off-putting. Like, I got something here.
Like you after you don't shower your limbs. Remember that?
You don't need to shower your limbs.
This is stomach.
That's stomach? You mean intestine?
Stomach.
Stomach?
Yeah.
Hey Siri, how many stomachs does a sheep have?
Animals such as the cow, sheep, and goat, which possess 4 stomachs,
4 stomachs.
Right.
We're just weak little mono stomachs.
as distinct from monogastric animals, such as man, pig, dog, and rat.
And pig, dog, and rat. What is that categorization? Have you ever had tequila?
Of course.
Yeah, you lived in Colorado for 4 years.
Yeah.
Can you pretend like you haven't?
Oh, ooh, what is that?
Guys, that is the end of our Mongolia series. 5 videos, 5 incredible experiences here in this country from north to south. I want to say a huge thank you to both of you. Guys,
Pleasure.
well done. You can follow these two on their YouTube channel, Artger. Artger is a channel documenting cuisine and culture all over Mongolia. Also, if you want to come to the country of Mongolia, and I highly recommend you do, you should hit up these guys on their website, which is in the description box down below. Go there, click the link, and find out all there is to know about visiting Mongolia. Also, a huge thank you to my good friend Andrew for joining me on these crazy adventures and being so open-minded to experiences and just being thrown into awkward situations. All right, guys, that is it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Peace.